Hey, what's up guys? Josiah here, and today I'm taking you through an insane body transformation, 90 days that my client Jeffrey just went through to drop almost 20 pounds in the last 90 days to go from dad bod to absolutely shredded. I'm gonna give you the step-by-step game plan that he followed inside of our coaching program, including an entire meal plan and training program that Jeffrey utilized to go from feeling overweight to being in the best shape of his life in 90 days. Without further ado, let's jump into today's video. So when Jeffrey joined the program, you can see his starting picture right up here. He was 162 pounds. Now, Jeffrey is a business owner, stays really busy inside of his personal life. He has 2 kids. He's actually a single dad and said, hey, I want to get rid of all my belly fat. I want to get in the best shape of my life. I've been kind of spinning my wheels, not really sure how to do it. I've been going to the gym, trying to be consistent with my diet, but I just don't know the ins and outs of how to get absolutely shredded. So he decided to hire me, join the program. This is where we started, 162 pounds. Let's go through Jeffrey's workout program to start. What was the schedule like? What was this cardio program like? I'm gonna outline everything we did to kickstart his fat loss. So week 1 through 4, our focus was just getting Jeffrey consistent with the daily habits that we require inside of our program to start dropping body fat, one of which is cardio. Now, this isn't your typical cardio. In fact, Jeffrey, coming into the program, had been doing your typical cardio, which is hopping on the treadmill, hopping on the bike, doing 30 minutes here and there, trying to break a sweat, not really sure what you're doing, but you think you're burning fat, right? We scrapped all of that. Instead of scheduled cardio sessions, I had Jeffrey buy a smartwatch. Now, if you've never tracked your steps before, it's an eye-opening experience. And for Jeffrey, it totally was. He thought he was a pretty active guy, but once we started tracking steps, he realized he was only walking about 4,000 to 5,000 steps a day, which technically puts you in the sedentary category. All we did was ramp up his daily step target. We took him to 10,000 steps per day. That was one of the habits we focused on in month 1, was just getting that step count much higher. He averaged about 70,000 steps a week. Some days he was closer to 10,000, sometimes a little under, sometimes a little over. But over the course of 7 days, he nailed that 70,000 steps consistently for the first month. Within the first month, Jeffrey had dropped down to 155 pounds. So he lost about 7 pounds in month number 1. You can see his second progress picture right here. You can start to see leaning out, getting a lot more detail, a lot more shredded, and ultimately weight was starting to fall off nicely. Let's talk about his workout program in month number 1. So in month number 1, Jeffrey was in the gym, and he'd been going to the gym before, but he had been doing some home workouts, some body weight stuff, going for runs, kind of was all over the place. So my biggest goal for Jeffrey in month number 1 is just to get him consistent with his training program and also to start building some strength. He hadn't really focused on getting stronger in quite some time. So we put him on a rep range of about 6 to 10 reps on all exercises just to build some strength in a very responsible way. So he wasn't getting hurt, wasn't trying to max out, wasn't throwing his shoulder out or his back out or anything like that. He was just building some overall strength, total body strength on key exercises, utilizing a gym setup where he was going to the gym about 3 to 4 days a week. Most of the time in the 4 days a week range, but occasionally if it was a busy week with business or kids, he would only get there 3 days a week. But he was consistent with his training sessions, trying to get a little bit stronger, workout to workout, week to week. And over the course of the first month, he built a lot of strength, especially in his chest, shoulders, and his back. His upper body strength went really high month number 1. Combined with the extra steps, his body really started to take shape. Within the first 30 days, he was noticing big time results. Let's jump into month number 2 and some of the strategies that we utilized to start speeding up the shred process as we headed into the second month. So as we headed into month number 2, Jeffrey really started to take shape. We didn't change a whole lot with his cardio. Things were working. It worked well for his lifestyle. He was able to balance being a dad, running his business, and working out really well. So I didn't want to add a whole lot more to his plate. All we did was we started to include a little bit of metabolic work in his workout schedule. So he had his 3 to 4 days a week of targeted bodybuilder style strength training, sets, reps, getting a good pump, all that good stuff. And then we threw in 1 day a week where he was getting his heart rate up, doing some more circuit style training just to dial things in a little bit more, work his cardiovascular system, and also mix things up so he didn't get bored. We also increased the rep targets in month number 2, going from 6 to 10 to about 8 to 15 reps for most of his exercises, just to start to get a little bit of more hypertrophy style work in, better pumps, more size. Plus, as he's getting leaner, he started to see his muscles really take shape. So that was really encouraging. In terms of cardio, like I said, we just kept his steps at 10,000 a day. Didn't want to go any higher than that. Things were working flawlessly. Weight was coming off. His weight dropped from 155 to 150. You can see his next progress picture right up here. And you can see he's really getting lean now. At this point, going to the beach, going to the pool, feels totally comfortable. But in month number 3, we really, really wanted to get absolutely shredded. So here's what we did to get shredded in month number 3. So this is a good time to talk about the diet, because this is really where things came into play when we decided, hey, we want to get rid of that last little bit of fat. You're down to 150. Let's get into the 140s to get absolutely shredded. What we did was we set up a calorie cycling strategy where we did 5 days of lower calories coupled with 2 days of higher calories. Initially, when we started the plan, his calories were a little bit higher. On lower calorie days, he was targeting about 2,000 calories a day. On higher calorie days, it was around 2,300 calories a day. All of his days, we targeted about 160 to 165 grams of protein. Carbs and fats could vary based on the day. He's more of a higher carb, moderate fat type of dieter, so he enjoyed that style of eating a little bit more. But all we did was we lowered calories for 5 days in a row. Then we had 2 high calorie days to replenish his glycogen, replenish his overall motivation. And also on the weekends, if he wanted to have more food with his kids, he could now. He has more calories to play with. So lifestyle wise, it was extremely friendly. He was able to stick with it, no problem at all. And we started to chip away at the fat. Now, what did we do in month 3? Because for months 1 and 2, that's really the system we followed. Month number 3, simple adjustment. We just lowered his calories by 10%. Okay. So we took him down to 1,800 calories on his low days, and then about 2,000, 2,100 calories on his 2 high days. Keep in mind, this was a short-term strategy. We knew we're only going to be able to do this for about a month before having to bump back up and have a little bit more calories just due to normal hunger. But this was how we got rid of that last little bit of fat. So in month 3, we were able to completely dial in his physique. He got into lean body shape that he'd never been in before. You can see the before and after right up here from where he started to where we ended up at day 90, 3 months into the program. Absolutely peeled. Jeffrey is just brimming with confidence. He feels great at the pool, taking his kids to the beach, working out. He just feels amazing in his own skin. Couple things about the meal plan. So one of the things we focused on was tapering his calories up throughout the day. Okay, so we started the day with smaller meals. Then throughout the day, he would have larger and larger meals until dinner, which was his biggest meal of the day. If you're interested in getting a full breakdown of his meal plan, you can check out my Summer Shred meal plan that I have in the first comment below. It's completely free. You can download it. You can start following a very similar approach and protocol that Jeffrey followed to get shredded, like we normally use with our clients, to just help them maintain an enjoyable lifestyle, enjoy their food while managing all the stuff that goes on with life, kids, work, business, and also getting lean at the same time. So make sure you download that below. In terms of some of the food choices that Jeffrey followed, a couple of things that work really well for him as a busy dad, as a busy business owner, needing his energy to be stable through most of the day, and then also getting to the end of the day, being a little tired, a little stressed, and wanting to have a big meal, was we focused on high protein meals to start the day. So things like Greek yogurt with some fruit, a protein smoothie, high protein salads with lean sources of protein like chicken, turkey, fish, things like that. Then as the day goes along, starting to incorporate more carbs and fats. So having things like tuna wraps or chicken Caesar wraps for his late afternoon meal. Dinners are things like potatoes with steak, eggs if he's a breakfast guy with some kind of toast, or English muffins for dinner if breakfast for dinner is your thing. He happened to be that type of guy. And then finishing the night with another high protein snack to kind of stabilize the appetite. So more Greek yogurt with some almonds and berries, higher protein ice cream recipes that we give our clients. Things like taco night, right? So kids like tacos, kids like pizza. Teaching him how to eat high protein versions of those foods was a game changer. He's able to stick to his diet, give his kids foods they like, and also enjoy his diet himself. Then once a week, be able to go on a date or go out with friends and have a meal out and just track his calories get as close to as possible with hitting the numbers that we had set for him. So that was what his meal plan was comprised of most of the time. And then all we really did, like I said, was just adjust calories. So just the amounts of foods that he was eating, the food choices stayed the same, just how much. That's all that really changed, which made life easy, made adjustments super easy. So final stats for Jeffrey was we started around 162. We ended up at about 145 pounds 90 days into it. So nearly a 20-pound weight loss. Tremendous work by Jeffrey considering he had to juggle so many things, being a dad, working, and still trying to find time for the gym. Most importantly, Jeffrey, in his own words, was just adamant about how investing in someone else to take the guesswork out of things. Stop trying to spin his wheels, doing things on his own. Get involved with other people, like-minded people who had the same type of goal, who also care about the same things in life, being a great dad, being a successful business owner, and then looking and feeling your best at the same time. Him joining our program was the one thing that was missing inside of the puzzle that was getting in shape for him. So overall, if you're interested in learning more about how we help guys over the age of 30 who have a busy lifestyle, haven't been able to dial in their fitness, maybe fitness is the one missing piece of the puzzle for you, and you've been trying to do things on your own, but you've been spinning your wheels and you just don't know all the ins and outs of how to do it. If you're interested in learning about how we help guys like yourself get in the best shape of your life, check out the link in the description of the video below. Our Lean Body Formula program is the exact system that Jeffrey utilized to get in tip-top shape in 90 days. If you're interested, check out the link. We can schedule a chat and see if we're a good fit to work together. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to download the free Summer Shred Meal Plan to follow just like Jeffrey did to lose almost 20 pounds in 90 days. Check that out. The link is in the first comment. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment if this was beneficial. If you want to see more client transformations, just let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to do more on a future video. And remember, as always, life moves fast, make it count. I'll talk to you on the next video. Peace.